Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today I have made a little setup for one of the coolest weapons in Elden Ring, which is the Shotel. Now the Shotel curved swords are going to have a unique R2, both one-handed and two-handed. Now what makes this so cool other than it going partially through shields is that it's going to do a uniquely large amount of hit stun compared to other curved sword R2s. As well as it has a ridiculously fast cancel window into the backflip. Like, look at this. This is, I don't know the frame data on this, but this is probably faster than the standing R1. Like, that is absurd. But the problem is that it's on a weapon that is so short that you're never going to be able to outspace somebody with this right here, which is where the offhand halberd and blink bolt comes into the equation. So if you do this right here and someone mashes, you're out of range and you're able to get that little poke right there with the halberd, as well as something really cool is whether it be after using this or whatever not, you can keep up the pressure by blink bolting back in. Just look how scary this looks. Like, that, you have to know it's coming. Like, trying to react to that is just not going to be the world's most fun thing. But the halberd is doing wonders in terms of letting us outspace things that we normally couldn't, and then also being able to capitalize on that distance that we create with the Shotel. Now what's pretty neat too is that it's best to use the halberd from neutral due to these reasons, but a lot of time people will try to roll into you to try and get past the halberd. If they go for a rolling R1, the Shotel beats it, and if they roll a second time, just slightly charging the Shotel and following where they go unlocked will catch them as well. So with that being said, this is a schmoover's dream. This is a super cool little moveset we got going on, and I hope you guys enjoy what we have put together. Hello once again, it is post-production Jaggy, and I have come to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I am using my mic that has sounded very bad in the past. I have bass boosted this microphone so many times on this channel that sometimes it sounds really, really bad. But I'm kind of forced to use it today because the household is too loud, and my good microphone can literally pick up the sounds of our neighbors 3 houses down fucking. So, not using that one today, and if the audio quality is not so bueno, I do apologize. But today, as we've talked about, we have the coolest weapon of all time. We have Mr. Lautrec's weapon. And you know what? This was the first invasion I did with this setup right here. And this guy was using the Eclipse Shotel. I never see the Eclipse Shotel anymore. I guess people just figured out that the thing's garbage, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a weapon that does absolutely nothing correct, but the Shotel, today's star, is a thing of beauty, okay? This setup is a thing of beauty, okay? This is like Megan Fox back in her prime, okay? That's what this setup is. This is like Scarlett Johansson back in her prime, this setup. Granted, that might go to Scimitar, might have to take that back. Either way, this is a really cool setup, okay? Like, as you can see from this invasion, these people obliged me to a duel, and we are just hitting them with the Scheist. Watch this, okay? Get that right there, tries to mash, no sir, straight out of range for the mash. Thing of beauty right there, and he responds by respectfully running back to the site of the site of Gace, the site of grace, and proceeds to give up because he knows that he can't win, okay? And this is what I find so interesting about it, right? This game's in-class balancing is so shit that there will never ever be a reason to use a curved sword other than the Shamshir on every single build. Also, we have a Japanese player using the Crux right here. This is akin to CBT. I don't want to fight this. Wow, I rolled that early for it to still phantom hit me. Crazy! Okay, so this invasion right here, especially considering all the centipedes are dead, went from being like, okay, this is whatever, to, yeah, this might be pretty bad. We have fucking Stilovsky down there with the Rivers of Bobo, Mr. Fatovsky, and then we have his Japanese boy wife right here, and it's written in the lore, okay, that Midra, right, Midra, was in his mediocrity. He found the secret sauce to become truly powerful, and that was to send his Ethernet cable back to Walmart, back to Batteries Plus, okay? And then move to Japan, okay? With all the Japanese to get as advantageous of a connection as possible. Look at this big brain shit right here. Okay, he's mashed out of hit stun 3 times. Yeah, that was 5 mashes. What you doing, Stilovsky? What's that all about, eh? What you mashing for like that? I know we're playing Elden Ring of all games. I know that it's optimal, but maybe it's a little bit too optimal. Maybe you need to reel back in. Use a little bit of Shotel yourself, sir. Okay? So, with that being said, chi-chis, dude. But yeah, anyway, the best base for Elden Ring, as this player right here is about to show us, is to be Japanese. Because 90% of my invasions and duels are so garbage that I immediately look up someone's nationality afterwards to try and figure out why I can't roll catch a single fucking person. Okay? And guess what? The people who still play this game are the objectively most skilled players that are still playing this game. Light rolling Japanese overleveled mages with frostbite on their blind spot. I almost said bloodhound stat. Blind spot backhand blades. Yeah, so we're in the depths of depravity with this one. I pull out the Zwei. I think I pulled that out just to try and like make sure that no one can mash out of hit stun. I think I mostly did it for the Moog Spear, being able to knock him out of the Ash of War. But this is rough. This is rough. This is also not a great spot to fight these guys, because I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but this is the only enemy that will look at a red and immediately run fades. Okay? So, my choice... Yeah, look at him right there. He's like, "You came to the wrong house, fool!" That's actually Big Smoke in some maxed out Gucci right there. That's actually who that is for all of the uninitiated. And here it is. We're about to start with the gravitational missile spam. Okay. Let's play a little minigame real quick. Top 3 things I would do with my roommate Miyazaki. By the way, the reason that he's been absent is because he got arrested for larceny and selling fentanyl. So let's look at what Miyazaki did to this game. Wow, that's really good. That's real good. Look at that, over and over and over. Amazing. And then look what Miyazaki on his ult's doing. Yeah, bro, I can't take this game anymore. So anyway, top 3 things I would do with Miyazaki. 1, back shots. 2, I would shake his hand. 3, I would throw his ass in a fucking wood chipper. Speaking of which, look at this, look at this. Lagged, hit me through the ass. What is that? What? And here we have George R.R. Martin on his fucking alt, bro. The only people that still play this game are people on their fucking alts, trying to be as epic as possible, and taking advantage of the fact that Miyazaki just defunded the fucking people that keep the servers running. I see you. I see you. Every single connection, even to people that live very close to me, has gotten very laggy all of a sudden. Every person I've been in a call with, and I have been watching their screen, every single person, it's not just latency, it's lag. I know you guys took away the money. You made all this money from Elden Ring, and you're keeping them servers up with the same ones that people keep fucking, what's it called, serpent.io up with? Yeah, you guys actually are about to get sent to prison for this absolute atrocity. Alright? Now, let me quit yapping for 2 seconds and talk about how cool this invasion was. So, normally at meta level, everything that I just discussed is all I fight. But these guys right here, we have Django right here from the hit movie Django. Wait, what's the lizard's name? What's the cowboy lizard's name? Rango. Oh, my bad. Yeah, we got Rango the lizard right there with a twin blade. Don't ask. We got this guy trying to show us why we should eat some KFC with that big-ass chicken wing. By the way, get the fuck out. I'm not eating Chick-fil-A. Guys, I'm actually cooked. I meant to say KFC. KFC. Okay? Sin against God. I have only eaten at KFC once in the last decade, and that was because I was on a business trip, okay? And it was the closest thing for miles. Would you like to know what that KFC did to me? I was in the Hampton Inn screaming and crying, okay? I had the worst acid reflux. I had diarrhea to pass around to everybody, okay? Like, I literally could be like, hey man, you want some shit? Yeah, here you go, buddy, whole ass jar of it. And I would never run out. I was dying, okay? That business trip from that day on was hell on earth. I was borderline vomiting. I was actually nauseous. Like, I think Yui Tanimura literally poisoned my food for talking about how I fucking uninstalled Dark Souls 2. I was joking, dude. I was joking. You didn't have to poison me with that Dark Souls 2 level power poison, my dude. You know? Like, like, it was just unnecessary. So I refused to eat at KFC, so obviously the Phantom in those regards was the first one that needed to go away. So we have also here, we have Big Smoke using the grafted blade, right? Him and his dripped out fucking Gucci and his Jordans on. You know, the grafted blade's not too bad as a standalone weapon. That Ash of War is so good that it kind of makes up for the fact that, you know, the Gugs is just better when, you know, looking at range and damage and stuff like that. Like, it still hits like a truck, and the R2 is good for anti-airing people, which is quite nice. But yeah, this is a bit of an interesting one. It's a bit of a slow burner, right? And we're able to do some really nice outspacing. Sorry, rage burp. We're able to do some nice outspacing with the halberd, and then anytime we get in close in the pocket, we get to go to town with the Shotel. And I tell you what, man, the Shotel is the shit. Like, this R2 is so ludicrously fast, and it just has the capability of shredding through hyper armor if it's like someone that's running like medium armor with a greatsword. Not Gugs, the weapon class. It's like, it's so nice, and if someone's rolling in like that over and over, it takes care of that real fucking quick. It's very nice. And then also the Shotel R2 having that extra bit of hit stun is quite nice. Speaking of quite nice, I did something not so quite nice right there. I fan-daggered someone, and I immediately pay the price. GG's, Jaeger. GG's watching your step falling straight off a mountain. Very nice, dude. Also, speaking of which, very nice teammate. We were having a little bit of a duelos right there with that over-leveled Phantom. He runs in and immediately gets his ass smoked. That's dedication to your craft of being a Kevin. I truly respect it. This invasion right here actually taught me something interesting about the Shotel. I could be wrong, this could be very anecdotal, but it would appear that the cancelled sort of like backflip version of the R2 has extra hit stun on shields as well as going through shields better. So pay attention to the amount of damage that the Shotel does through it. He just got put into a ridiculous amount of hit stun on the shield right there. Like, I probably could have gone for like a out of range halberd attack and been fine. Now granted, I'm so like in the moment trying to shiest all over this person that I was literally about to lose to a fucking great shield. This guy over here using this absolute this abomination of a shield, you know, like Like, if the Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider, if he was to play this game, this is absolutely the thing he'd be using, while Spider-Bait's version of Ghost Rider is playing in the back. You know what? I want to talk about that. So, Spider-Bait made a rendition of Johnny Cash's Ghost Riders, and when I was a kid, when I watched Nicolas Cage be Ghost Rider when I was like 6 years old, I was like, man, that's the coolest song ever. And then like maybe 3 months ago, I made a playlist for stuff that I would classify as more Western sounding music, like old-timey Western stuff like that, and the Johnny Cash version of Ghost Rider's so good, and like listening to it back, I prefer it so much more nowadays, you know, which is a cool little way that you kind of revisit stuff from when you were younger. Another thing that I've revisited recently is Imagine Dragons. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you guys. When I was really young, I cried to Monster. Imagine Dragons Monster. Only waifu, will you stop fucking kicking me, please? I'm trying to tell a story. Like, I thought it was so deep. I was literally the I'm 14 and this is deep white girl meme. I vibed with it, and like I was hooked from the moment that I heard Radioactive on the radio. And here recently, I've been re-listening to some of their older stuff, the stuff that meant so much to me. Hang on, quick sidetrack. We have George R.R. Fartin here once again. Can I get my revenge for the absolute depravity that he committed earlier? Okay, so I shouldn't have gone for that second one right there. Pretty decent opening. Guess what? We do a little bit of Dodgerino. Look! Some of George R.R. Martin's amazing coding right here. Able to just absolutely annihilate me in a 3 versus 1 with the dumbest spell in the whole game. And now I'm getting pointed down on by 3 people. I can't with this game anymore, bro. Like, I'm literally, guys, I'm about to become a baseball channel. I don't know the first fucking thing about baseball, but boy howdy. This game's about to have me convert, okay? But back to Imagine Dragons, I never realized how, like, poorly produced a lot of certain aspects about their songs were. Like, one of the biggest ones, for example, is Demon. You know, it's where my demons hide. The bass drum in that song is, like, so loud and, like, has this very weird pattern that it's taking where it's, like slightly offbeat almost. And it's very distracting. Like, ignoring the fact that the song is just, like, whatever. But I shiced him with Blink Bolt right there. Get the blinky blink finish. Yeah. And then also there's this song called Battle Cry that was apparently for a Transformers movie. And I won't lie, there's a moment of it that I kind of like. Also, speaking of stuff I like this spawn. They were in Mesmer's Boss Fog. I was seeing if I could somehow glitch inside of the boss arena to fight them. Yeah, we're not in the DLC anymore. Apparently I had my green card revoked or something and got sent back over the border. As a Mexican woman, you know how it be sometimes. But yeah, like, there is a little bit, there's things here and there in their music that, like, I'm like, okay, I can see why I liked this, but some things just don't hold up in my personal changing of taste, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's something that has aged well? I might need to come back to that, actually. Yeah, I got nothing for right now. I know it's out there, I just can't think of it right now. Oh, Daft Punk. Daft Punk is one that aged well for me. Like, I liked it because, oh man. Oh, I just had such a crazy memory. I used to watch Nintendo DSi PictoChat Flipnote animations, and so many of them had remixes of Stronger, Better, Faster,
or better, faster, stronger, excuse me. And I didn't know what that song was for years, okay? Years. And I was like, I would cry to those flip note animations. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not joking. I would literally fucking cry to like slowed down bass boosted animations with make it work better, faster, twerk harder. Like I might have been a teensy bit cooked, I won't lie, guys. But listening back to some of their stuff, I was like, no, this is still gas. I think this is I think that's a real thing. Chill, son, and get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here before I have to slap you up with your fucking Monster Energy drink. But yeah, man, if you guys have things that have aged well or poorly, let me know. Let me know in the comments, because it's interesting what the passage of time does to your likes and dislikes. Also, you know what? One that did not age well for me? Breaking Benjamin. I used to fuck heavy with "I will not bow, I will not break," and like I tried singing that when I was in middle school. Usually your mom is the person that'll support you no matter what. She told me, "You're bad at singing." She was like, "CJ, please stop." I was tearing my vocal cords apart trying to make my voice sound like his. And going back, it's like, I can see why, you know, a younger, you know, certain type of edgy version of me would listen to that. Nice Scarlet Rot pot. Watch this. Good McDonald's. Get rid of that microplastics real quick. Yeah, bro. I remember Dance with the Devil. I used to fuck with that song. Yeah, you know, it's just kind of crazy how that happens. One year you like something, next year you kind of don't. Okay, hang on. No, we can't look past this. Yap Sesh comes to a pause real quick. I'm using the weapon class that is the apex of hyper armor and poise damage. You are using the poison perfume bottle. Weapons that are slower than an ultra greatsword and do less poison damage than a dagger. You were at 0 HP. All of the aforementioned things going against you, and you still chose to mash out of hit stun in that scenario. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of you, to be honest. That takes balls. I don't even think by that point it's an act of stupidity. I think that's legitimately like battle tactics. Like, that's some Sun Tzu shit right there. Another frostbite blind spot back shot blade user, bro. I'ma keep it $150 again with all of you. There are literally 4 things I fight all the time, no matter what I'm using, and I am sick of it, okay? I don't know why everybody that plays this game still has, like, gigantic shitter energy. 90% of what I fight falls into these 4 weapon categories. Dueling Shield. Okay. Bloodhound Step Clean Rot Sword. Kill Me. Blind Spot or Swift Slash Backshot Blades. Kill Me Again, please. And the one that I, based on the day, see the most of all. Storm Stomp Gugs. Okay. I fucking spit on you if I beat you. Okay? Get the fuck out of here with Storm Stomp Gugs, bro. I am not having it. Stop option selecting me every single time I make a decision, okay? I've had enough of it. Real quick, something I've not had enough of, this guy's little cosplay going on is really damn cool. He's a full-on Godfrey cosplay, and the way that he got his signature Ash of War while not adding a weapon that Godfrey wouldn't use is he's using hand-to-hands. So he's able to use the Horaloo Earthshaker but make it look like he's just going for the attack. That's dedication. I like that. That's really cool. I get quite the kick out of that. Very sad getting parried by that right there. honestly, once again, another battle tactics gigantic brain Chad move. Use a shield. Refuse to put carry and retaliation on it. Use a dagger. Put parry on that instead. Meaning that you literally have a third as many active parry frames. Chad. Like, bro. That's kind of crazy, I won't lie, dude. Getting kind of fucked up right here. Fandagger another person. Dude, I'm actually falling. I'm becoming a shitter. What's wrong with me? Dude, I cannot fathom to tell you guys how much I despise getting fandaggered, okay? Also, take notice of that little pseudo combo we went for. Honestly, this setup feels like if Blind Spot was like a whole moveset and it was just really cool rather than being broken and stupid. It's so fun going backwards, forward, mixing up who you're aiming at. I implore you, please try this out. It is so fun. It is so damn fun, this setup. So here we have a wild breed not commonly seen in Elden Ring anymore. That being actual PvEers with very little vigor. Neither one of these players have leveled it up past 20. Very retarded decision. Thank you, Mr. Attenborough, I appreciate it. Not made an appearance on the channel in quite a while. Maybe I'll pay him to make a longer stint in another thing. Yeah. But I think I recognize that name. I think we just came across George R.R. Sharton a third time. And motherfucker, you wronged me once? Shame on me. You wronged me twice? Shame on you. Third time? I'm mad. Okay? I don't remember the rest of the JonTron quote. Either way, I have had it with George R.R. Sharton. I'm going to show you what the Shotel is all about, alright? The shitter Shotel. Come here, baby. Come here. 1, 2... Trade? What a interesting play from George R.R. Martin. That was quite interesting. Have a good rest of your evening, guys. Try the setup out.